Okay, guys, so I know you can't see my face. Today we're going to be something new, something I might actually replicate quite a bit, because it can get a lot of info out there without much effort on the hill. Not that I'm not going to put the effort in on the hill, but that I can't even get on the hill right now. It's October 10th. There's nothing I could really do to basically be able to be on the hill. And we're going to talk about some skiing. In fact, we're going to talk about this guy, and we're also going to critique this guy. We're going to help him get better. And we're going to critique some of the people critiquing him, because, quite frankly, it's kind of appalling. And we're going to objectively tell you why they're wrong, and if these people want to defend themselves, I would like to see video examples that they can post of anybody or of themselves skiing. As always, I honestly think that if you don't have video on the internet of yourself skiing, that your opinion or stating objective facts about this is just crap. I personally just observe good skiers, in fact, usually one's far better than me, to try to understand this sport better and try to learn what this sport does better. So we're going to start with this guy and just kind of watch the video real quick, and I'm going to just discuss some things I'm seeing, and we're going to go through and talk about some of the replies too. So whenever I watch this video, so first of all, the guy's pretty flex forward. I know it looks awkward, but honestly, a lot of good skiers flex that far forward. One thing though is it looks like he has some movement in the cuff in his foot between his so right there in that clip we can see it looks like his shin is more upright than the cuff of his boot is, and that typically means to me that his boots are likely too big. I would have to, if this was my own student, I would have to talk to them and ask if their foot is sliding back and forth. If it is, honestly, that's the first thing you fix. You're not going to really fix any of the technique before you can fix that boot fit problem. The other thing that we're seeing too is he likes to move himself laterally inside instead of just letting the motion of his feet tip. And I will acknowledge that in really high-end skiing there are times where the body has to project inside, but you kind of have to learn how to stay connected with your feet first. And I'm not sure if I can find a video that really shows how to do this a better way. Probably not gonna be able to. The other thing I see too is he's really pushing down on the outside ski and really extending, and I think this guy is literally trying to push in his outside ski. I've actually made up my own video called Don't Press, that I will link in the comments of this YouTube video, about how the reasons why we don't want to do this. And then also I think he's reaching inside his inside foot. You see it a little bit, especially you see it at the start more than anything. Like you'll see it right here. Look at that. He like reaches inside the inside. It creates this really big divergence, and that divergence isn't really good for our skiing. And but I honestly think that just thinking about standing on the outside foot and then tipping our feet and not moving our body inside could fix a lot of this guy's problems. There's other things going on too, but like it would clean a lot of this up. And I also think he needs new boots. So let's go ahead and read some of the comments, and we're gonna objectively just kind of like tear them down, tear the bad ones down. So the first one, the most upvoted one, which is just like, it's kind of like sad to see that this gets upvoted, because like needs to be more upright and relaxed. All right, that's great. Let's watch some good skiers. So we watch my buddy, just gonna reload this real quick. We watch my buddy Ben to Ben, who I think is one of the better skiers I know, if not the best skier I know. Like, his hips are back, his shoulders are forward. He's not very upright. In fact, he gets more and more squat whenever he gets into the turn. Relax, I kind of like relax, but like relax can mean different things. There's a really funny video about Reilly skiing the easiest way possible. If we watch Mika here, we're just going to reload this video. This is actually my second take because I'm new to this software. So we watch Mika here. I mean, she's the opposite of upright and relaxed. I mean, she's very squat. Her hips never get over her feet. You can see her freeze frame a million times. Her shoulders are bent forward. She's kind of hunched. I mean, like, this is why I always want video examples of people giving advice like this. It needs to be more upright and relaxed. I would love to see a video of somebody carving on a groom or more upright and relaxed. Let's watch Tom Gilly carving. Can we find Tom Gilly carving? So Tom Gilly, again, he's not going to look very upright and relaxed. He's going to look like, I mean, relaxed, I guess, can be, like, functionally tense, but not stiff. But again, he's pretty squat. His hips are behind his feet. He's not really, like, he's not really forward how people think he's forward. In fact, I hate that term. It's balance is balance. Balance means movement. Good skiing doesn't mean that you're, good skiing doesn't mean you're in position. It means that you're constantly moving. Let's watch Michaela Schifrin here. Michaela Schifrin, again, like, I think she's one of the best technical skiers there is around, and we are going to see her hips get over her feet one time in the entire slalom, or at least from the side. People will start to argue that it's right there, but it's not. We don't have a side. Again, shoulders forward, pretty squat, hips back, very like tense, taut, aggressive. Weird to call it relaxed. I mean, it looks relaxed, but that's just because he's trying so hard. And then even myself, like, let's go ahead. I got some clips of me. See what's a good clip to use for this. Like, here, let's use this clip of groomers. Now, I'm actually more upright than those guys. I'm doing a more smear turn. But again, if I got a side view from this, my hips are back, and that's okay. I'm still be able to bounce on a 4.5 plane. I'm still managing the pressure along the ski. That's all fine. So, again, I just think this is, like, really bad advice. It's actually detrimental to this guy. It wouldn't help him ski any better. Let's go back and read some more of this. I like this patient transitioning into the next turn. It's very swishy. I agree, he is very swishy. The patience can be different people. So, like, I basically think it's patience with the rotary and just using edging to get into the turn. And honestly, in a carved turn, there's no active rotary into the turn. This is actually Space Bass right here. Space Bass is actually calling everybody out for calling a back seat, which, like, again, positions aren't skiing. People who are doubting Space Bass and myself on this, I would love to see video examples of people who you think aren't back seat. I mean, I don't know if he's going to call Michaela Schiffer in back seat, but if you freeze frame it, man, it looks back seat on the side, doesn't it? So, maybe people are just full of shit on the internet. I mean, maybe I am too, but I'm at least basing my observations on people and not just like making shit up. So hips and legs, stop pushing your inside leg forward. I actually agree with that movement. Stop the big up and down movement, stay flexed. I mean, sure, doesn't really help them. Hands stop thrusting them forward, keep them low and near your sides. I kind of agree with that. Like, I mean, hands will be slightly in forward. I don't think he's actually seeing the roll cause though. That's the one. I mean, he's probably gonna see this. Again, saying stand up or straighter. Work on your center of gravity. What does it even mean? It sounds fucking pointless. Stop leaning into your turns. I actually agree with this. I mean, obviously your legs are going to lean in your turns, not your upper body, but sometimes your upper body has to lean if you're going fast enough. And it's okay to have lean of the upper body, which most people call inclination in the turn, at the start of the turn for a lot of turns. You want to angulate, meaning you get the upper body to kind of be straighter at the end of the turn, middle of the turn, and then. Need way more pull action. Who cares? This won't do anything. You look cool. I don't know what that... Yeah, this guy's just talking about leaning your shoulders out. That can be actually pretty bad advice. You should be leaning your hips out. Back straight. Bend at the knees. I mean, who skis with their back straight? Your back should be in a C shape, like rounded forward. Let's see what else. Well, let's see what else we can pick apart here. Dip your outside shoulder. Again, if you dip your shoulder, you can feel that pinch, and I've made an entire video about that. I should have brought it up in my post. Let's see what's going on here. You definitely should be able to flex your ankles and bend your ski boots. That's false. Your ski boots don't have to bend. You could just, honestly, the act of trying to bend them creates tip pressure. If they bend too much, you actually get less tip pressure because the boot is bending, and you're not. You might move forward, but it's not translating to the ski at all. The boot needs to be stiff enough to translate to the ski. Common misconception. I'm glad Space Bass is actually calling them out, even though people are probably downvoting them. See what else is going on. That's all. So, long story short, though, I can set this out really quickly, and I think that this guy needs to first get boots that actually fit. If he wants to talk to me, go ahead to the skiing Discord. I'm sure Space Bass could actually direct you to the right spot. I think he moves laterally and leans in. He doesn't need to do that. He just needs to tip his feet in and then let the body move in because of that foot tip. It's not the other way around. You don't move your body in, then your feet tip. And I think he needs to stop pushing on the outside ski. There's other things he needs to work on, but I think if you stop that, this would look a lot better. So if you like this, like and subscribe. Give me feedback. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Post some video examples. I'm always up to be corrected. But I want video examples of either yourself or somebody who's really good skiing and to see why I'm wrong about my observations. So like and subscribe again. I hope you like this. It's the first video out in a while.